some of the things we did in the cafe, and the cafe is basically a group of adults that come together to talk about school-based problems. And we had a really, really great group. We had several business leaders. We had a couple of interagency people. We had several parents. We focused on parents who were not the parents of the quote-unquote good kids. You know, so we tried to get a good mix of people. And did they stay with us all year? Some of them did, some of them didn't. We brought in new people throughout. We had a couple of people drop off. When you talk about parents of at-risk children, you may find yourself expelling the child of one of your cafe members. Did that. And, you know, he didn't come back to any more meetings, and I understand. But it happens. But like I said, we had a great group, and these are some of the things we came up with. Coming home tours. You've heard before about these stories about these great principals who put all their teachers on a bus and truck them out through the community and show them everything in the community and how bad their kids have it. I think there's a value in that, but I didn't want to create a ghetto tour, because I'm thinking, you know, if I've been unemployed for 2 years and I'm standing in my yard and I see a school bus full of, you know, highly educated people with jobs go by and look at me like I'm an animal in the zoo, you know, that would be offensive to me. It would be degrading to me, and I didn't want to do that to our community. Because, you know, when you're working with parents, respect is a major issue. You know, I try to treat everybody that comes in my office just like I treat the superintendent, even if I have to tell them some bad news. I told teachers that if they would get on a school bus in the afternoon and ride it home with the kids, I'd give them an hour off, an early pass to leave an hour early. And I had about 20 teachers that took me up on this offer. And I didn't know how successful it would be. But the teachers that did it, and I think a lot of them just did it so they could get off an hour early on Friday. I'm under no illusions about that. But when they came back, they had such wonderful stories to share. Even people that I had one teacher who's been teaching in my system for 28 years, grew up there. In fact, her dad was the superintendent, who had some major revelations about some of the areas in our community. And no, you know, you couldn't ride it to the nice subdivision. I picked the bus. Yeah, you're going down to the way far back, the Alabama corner, where things get crazy on the weekends. You know, that's where you're going on the bus. But it's very successful, some good stories, some good sharing coming out of that. Counselor road shows. We talked about transportation is a huge issue. So we said, why don't we take our show on the road? We contacted the local housing authority. We went to the Tallapoosa Housing Authority. We went to the courthouse, the old historic courthouse in Buchanan, which I hope you'll visit if you ever do. But we set up computers. We tried anyway. We set up computers and we sat and we invited parents to come because we were within walking distance or a short drive from their, you know, homes. And we would answer questions about their child's performance. We would mainly show them how to get on Power School, because a lot of our parents don't understand, even if they have internet access. We would show them how to get on Power School, set them up so they could send a teacher an email and try to improve parental communication that way. Very effective, I think. Anybody ever heard of the TV show Smash? Well, you know, we have an employee in our system that knew a guy who knew a guy, and we got involved in a contest. It's called the Smash Make a Musical competition. We wound up being one of 30 national finalists in this competition. We didn't win, but America voted on Smash's website for the school, and that school would win, you know, this big prize package where you you can have a school musical with everything you need, all expenses paid. We got the consolation prize. You know, we got a free musical. And that really doesn't sound like a parental involvement thing, but it is. Because now the money I was going to use to try and start a musical program, I can use to buy a few pizzas, maybe arrange some transportation for some of our more at-risk kids that want to be involved in it. It brought national attention to our system, and it was something that our kids could see on the internet. It made them proud. It made our parents proud. The cafe supported Club 52. Club 52 was our graduate first. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. And we implemented Skype conferencing. What worked? Parental contact logs. I already mentioned. The first 2 months we had over 5,000 parental contacts. The Rebel Yale student newspaper has been great. Our business partnership with Honda Lock, a great partnership. Not only did they come and they let us tour, they actually showed up for our science night and came through. It was great. Our HCMS Facebook page, I'm very happy with it. I think I checked yesterday morning, we got about 125 likes. That's good because I didn't really start it till the last week of school. And I'd like to invite you all to like Haralson County Middle School's page. Like I said, the Coming Home Tours, the Counselor Road Show, Smash Make a Musical. We supported Club 52 by, we had a couple of things where we bought them some hot dogs, and we're already tracking their progress. But think about a kid who's never been successful like William, who has parents that he doesn't know, or a preacher that he doesn't know, or a business leader that he doesn't know, come to the school specifically to serve him a hot dog and tell him what a great job he's doing. That's powerful stuff, especially for kids like him. Here's what didn't work. Student-led conferences. I told you, we've started seeing a decrease in them. I told you why. One good thing leads to a problem. We're going to have to talk about that next week when we get our leadership team together. HCMS Twitter. Last time I checked, we only had 6 followers. So I'm probably going to close that down because our folks aren't using Twitter for some reason. Counselor Roadshow. Very well run, and the parents that showed up got a lot out of it. The problem is we had maybe about 6 parents at each one. And we had some computer issues. Like I said, we do live in the country, and Wi-Fi is not always what it should be. But these are things that next year when we get to the cafe we can start to work out, because I think they're very worthwhile things.